Check. Check. Okay, we're good. So I'm testing out this Discord filter for background removal. It keeps detecting somebody behind me, isn't it? There's a door behind me. It's open. It's totally dark, but there's a door behind me. It's totally dark. And there's nobody here in the video feed, but it keeps the model that is used for segmenting you, like me from my background, is called human segmentation. Like it detects a human and then segments it. But as you can see, it's kind of detecting somebody behind me. It's like not keeping it to my face only. It should be cutting out where my face ends. But I don't know, and it's a little better when I have the lights on actually. So if I put the light on, the video feed gets a clearer image, so it just segments the background out. But now since the image isn't clear and it's not sure if it's my face or the person behind me to capture, so it's letting both of it inside. But I can see it's just taking the part of the doorway, right? So I think it's considering the doorway as the part of the human for some reason. Maybe, I don't know, I just thought it was interesting. So I was just thinking of chilling out. It's been a long day of doing some work, and so it's for, I guess. So it's time for some creepy videos, which I was already checking out on my YouTube. Man, my mic is really underpowered. It's okay. It's okay. So I was just trying to find out what's cool in the world of conspiracy and ghost videos. I saw that Nuke's top 5 has come up with more of them. But currently I'm not sure if I want to watch ghost videos, as I'm already freaked out from this AI human segmentation model running on my video feed, not being able to segment out my head correctly from the door frame. Magic and mystery. Alfred the Universal Occultism. Pictures. Spiritual Sinister. Globebusters. Mind-twisting videos that will make you rethink everything. 10 days ago. Tibetan monk's supernatural abilities. Oh man. It's so difficult to find good, interesting videos to watch and trip on. Let's see what my conspiracy Instagram has in store for us. And if possible, I might bring it up in the feed. The Woken Undead. Let's see if I can do the feed thingy from my Instagram directly. But I need to make it in OBS. Let's get this thing here. My Instagram. Let's just do one video maybe today, just to check how things go out, maybe edit it. The Woken Undead.
Deceive the humans in the name of God were reptile-like aliens called reptilians. The reptilians liked to eat the animals of Earth and occasionally enjoyed eating human flesh too.
They brainwashed the Earthlings by using the name of God, when their true intentions were to invade and overtake the Earth.
But this was a violation of the Universal Code, which states that no planet should interfere with any other planet as long as its people live with the spirit of love and harmony.
They cunningly devised a plan that would not breach the Universal Code.
They brainwashed individuals and used them to instigate disorder in society.
That's it.
I go to the moon in a nanosecond.
Did the last video got cut off by somebody monitoring my system?
The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore.
Oh no,
we used to,
oh no, we don't have the technology.
Destroyed that
We don't
technology.
have it, we destroyed it.
And
Don't
it's a
have it
painful
anymore.
process to build it back again.
Oh, it's a painful process to build all that technology back again now. Painful.
I'd go
Just
to the
pay us.
moon in a nanosecond.
Just pay us 70 million every single day and make the pain go away. It's still painful.
You can't handle the truth.
15 minutes. Can we do 15 minutes? Can't forward on my PC. Can't forward Instagram videos on my PC.
Vatican City is the smallest state in the world in terms of size and population, but it is still incredibly well known, very influential.
If I get
very
bored, I'm
powerful
going to skip
because of
this
the
one.
Pope and the Catholic Church. It's an incredibly wealthy state that possesses billions of dollars because of donations and tourism. Regardless of all of this, the Vatican is still a very secretive place that hides thousands of documents, artifacts, and more from the general public. But through speculation, conspiracies, and the occasional leak, we have been given enough information to know about some of these secrets. The Vatican Secret Archives is a vast underground space that contains over 50 miles of shelving that has documents pertaining to the Church, the
Over
Pope,
50
and everything
miles.
you can imagine involving Catholicism. Obviously,
Yeah,
with a
I
name like
think-
Secret Archives, you would assume that this area
I think
was
all of
well
this is
protected and that nobody outside the
overhyped.
Church could enter it. But this hasn't been the case since the late 19th century.
I mean, yeah,
when
they have
Pope Leo
books
XIII
and stuff.
Opened the archives to researchers around the world.
Apparently
These
having
archives have
occult
been around
knowledge,
since the early
secret knowledge.
1600s, so it's entirely possible that the Vatican removed certain pieces of documentation before opening it to researchers. Also, certain parts of the Vatican Secret Archives actually do remain a secret. Anything dating past 1939 cannot be viewed by the public, and there are other documents that are even older than this.
Yeah,
and
it's
cannot
so
be seen by
secretive
anyone.
that they can
The
make
Vatican have
documentaries
always
on it,
been
right?
selective
It's so
about what they share
secretive
to the
that
public. So it's hard to imagine that they didn't get rid of the documentation.
they
that
gave
was
them permission,
controversial and
somebody
would have shed a
permission to
bad
shoot
light
all
on
of
the
that.
church. It's hard to imagine what
film
the
all of
Vatican
that.
are hiding from the public and what documents they don't want you to see. But
Am I
they are
supposed to say
definitely
the
down
S
there.
word?
We
No.
saw a glimpse of this in 2012 when a number of documents were leaked to the public that contained compromising information about
Yo,
the
I-
church,
okay.
including proof of corruption, blackmail, and more. This was simply one
This is
leak.
boring, man. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You stupid fuck cock, son of a... You asshole! piece. This one. I got this table. This chess set. It's only 89,000. It's so good.
Yo, this page is called The Woken Undead. If you, yeah, I'm just gonna do that.
Did we get those? Why don't we order those?
Big conspiracy theory guy. I know you believe aliens are real, so what's another conspiracy you believe in?
J.P. Crawford.
I'm a big firmament guy. I don't think the Earth is a sphere, but I don't think it's flat either. You ever seen the movie Thor?
Yeah.
Like Asgard and stuff?
Yeah.
I think it's like that, and we live in a firmament, so like I don't think like we've been.
No, it's
outside
not a
the firmament.
pancake in
We've been trying
space.
to break it. That's why you see all those spaceships or like the white stuff in the air recently, because Elon Musk and all them are trying to break through it, but they can't.
So not full Kyrie Irving,
This
Earth
thing
is
just
flat,
fell
but
off.
it's not totally round either.
Yeah, definitely not. So all the sense just don't
My
add
audio
up. Like, we're spinning
cancellations,
at
audio
millions of miles
solution
per
fell
hour,
off.
they say. Like,
Acoustic
come up with some
solution.
stuff that's actually like believable.
Big conspiracy theory guy. I know you believe aliens are real, so
I think we should plan this another time.
This nigga's scared.
Ain't nobody scared, man. I just told you I had a DJ Saturday night.
Fuck that shit.
I think we should plan this another time.
This nigga's.
Say the word you want to say. I'm not saying that I want to say it. I'm just saying that I can't. Sure you can.
Okay, hiding giants. Let's check this out. Let's check this out. It's quite interesting.
Jim believes that countless giant bones may have been routinely dismissed as hoaxes as well, and as a result were cast aside or buried deep in museum archives. Did specimens like the Ozark Goliath present a truth that was too radically outside the status quo of the scientific community?
This is great. Down the rabbit hole. It's possible. Science may have excluded a lot of this information. All the reports add up to nothing if there's no physical remains to back them up. It's very disconcerting, and it's a good question to ask. Where are the bones? That is the main question. Where are they?
On December 3rd, 2014, World News Daily Report published an article titled, "Smithsonian Admits to Destruction of Thousands of Giant Human Skeletons in Early 1900s."
Yeah, they just admit it.
To better understand,
yeah, we
let's start from the
destroyed the
beginning.
skeletons.
The Smithsonian Institution was an extension
We
of the
destroyed
US
them.
government, initially founded as an establishment
What you gonna do about it?
increase and
What you gonna do
diffusion
about
of
it?
knowledge among men.
What are
It
you
was
going to do about
established in
it?
1846 and was tasked with the mission of organizing the anthropological history of the United States. It is
We destroyed it. What are you going to do about it?
Handle the truth. I told you, man. I told you. Don't fuck with me.
1909.
Electric buildings.
On the Colorado River, in the Grand
Posture corrections. Did I put this in my...
G.E. Kincaid of the Smithsonian Institute is reportedly sent to the Grand Canyon to investigate information reported by John Wesley Powell of the Native Americans that inhabited the territory. John Wesley Powell served as second director of the U.S. Geological Survey Department from 1881 to 1894. He was the first person to report any archaeological information to the U.S. government about the natives that inhabited the Grand Canyon and their history. G.E. Kincaid was reportedly sent to the canyon with Professor Jordan by the Smithsonian Institute to investigate the information that was reported by John Wesley Powell. While on this exploration, Kincaid reports that he found a man-made cavern over 3,000 years old, filled with ancient relics. The location is described as an almost impossible cave to reach, as well as being an Egyptian tunnel city that was built in the Grand Canyon. The relics found were that of Egyptian descent, with hieroglyphics,
Man, this
bronze statues,
kind of creeps me out, man.
even mummies. Kincaid then went on to keep his discovery a secret, and once he finished exploring the Grand Canyon, he went to the Arizona Gazette to give them his story, so the discovery could be known around the country. On April 5th, 1909, the newspaper published this article detailing the exploration Kincaid and Jordan had performed. It detailed an underground labyrinth with rooms everywhere, unbelievable ancient relics, and even a Buddha statue. Oddly enough, this article never made it to the mainstream news. It was then reported that the Smithsonian excavated the site of all the artifacts and blocked the entrance off from the public.
This
Then, in
shit really creeps me out, bro. Huh.
Encounters between humans and extraterrestrials took place over 100,000 years ago on Atlantis, and in its sister civilization in the Pacific, Lemuria. Ancient civilizations on every continent have recorded evidence of these encounters. These visitors were highly advanced and did not appear in human form. Now, the Mayans called them Chanes, people of the serpents, and in Hebrew legend, the snake represented knowledge. Of course it did. It was not human. Not of this earth. History is replete with stories of the
That's a banger, bro. What a banger, bro. Damn. Da -da. Na na na. Na na. Na na na. Na 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 na. Okay, how do they know? How do they know about this? I'd love to believe you, but how do you know? When you finally say,
The information that was provided to us by Thomas Costello gave us very complex floor plans.
who leaked this document out? Who got this document out?
The central hub here is security, which extends all the way down. It's the hub.
Can anybody tell me who got that document out?
Is connected by corridors and passageways. Level 2, they strip you down and take all your personal clothing. They weigh your body. They take.
The day's over. Now it's morning and night again. This is crazy.
How many people would be willing to play a game of Monopoly with real money if the banker was making up the rules?
Oh, this chick.
Stealing the money?
This chick's called Anne the Fry, and she has some amazing videos.
The answer is almost.
Anne the Fryan. Okay. Yep. They're called basalt columns or some shit. They better come up with some better explanation, man. Not something that you can easily debunk.
The lizards come up from underneath the deep bases, and they hang there with all the clones and the cloning floor, and they do all kinds of crazy.
This guy's really off his rocker, by the way.
They walk right up and they sit around in the stands with them and everything. It's sick. Some people don't like sitting near them.
We thought our light
Okay.
would never dim. So when the great foe Morgoth destroyed the very light of our home,
Yeah. From a different world. Even in The Witcher series, elves are not from the land, they're like from somewhere else.
the legion of elves went to war.
Yeah, like. So, how there is like interdimensional traveling, or it's not dimensional, let's not call it dimensional, it's inter-realm traveling. Like,
Untold perils,
there are different realms
strange creatures beyond count,
beyond these continents that we know.
as Middle Earth.
Middle Earth is our land. You see India over there? Middle Earth is Asia, by the way. And the further you go away, the realm changes.
Light would never dim.
Which is the dimmed light in the sky?
The great foe Morgoth
Morgoth.
destroyed the very light of our home.
This looks like an opening for the one of the Dark Souls games
Tell
or
me,
Elden
JR,
Ring.
which slut are you going to stay with tonight?
Oh my god. I can relate to that.
These lizards are smarter than a chimpanzee, and they're saying that this is probably... These lizards have a unique biological property of their bodies. The lizards have what's called a proboscis. It's an ejectable brain and spinal column. The small ones they use to drone people, because the proboscis on young lizard type 1s, they're small enough to go into an eye and not ruin the eye, because they're supposed to do this to animals with bigger eyeballs, probably freaking dinosaurs. They parasite a human's brain. This top cap thing on the top of their head comes out. They can do this once in their life. It pulls their spinal column along with it. The human would have to be restrained or unconscious. The thing swiggles in through the eye. It does a spiral around the optic nerve all the way to a certain point, and it's driven there by taste. And they said once it gets there, it has the taste of butterscotch. It then starts what they call sweating the quill. The spinal cord stuff comes out of the spinal cord, and it's everything that the lizard is. The lizard's whole body is dead, and it can't go back in. It's one way. The juice that's in the spinal cord gets excreted out of the tip of this thing. They're parasitic cells. The parasitic cells go into the brain. The old person's consciousness is gone. The body is absolutely, totally dominated, and the lizard is smarter as a human over time.
I think a lot of this is cap. How many times has the government lied to us?
The endless documents from NASA and the military, when they're not even talking about flat Earth or round Earth, they're talking about calculating the motion of missiles and high altitude aircraft. When calculating, because it's got the trajectory and the speed, it's got to be perfect. The number one rule, document after document after document. The number one rule, if you want precise calculations of the motion of missiles and high altitude aircraft, you have to assume we're on a flat, non-rotating Earth. You have to assume that the crazy conspiracy theory that we're on some flat Earth is real to get the right numbers. Document after document after
document.
I don't like that shit for sure, bro. I don't like that shit.
Images of gods from the stars, symbolized by...
All I need to do is take 2 cells off of your body.
This one was quite interesting.
We give them a small electrical charge. I'm just I'll act like a fertilized egg. If I got a fertilized egg, all I need is a receiver in order to make it. So they were hypnotizing women, said they were being invaded by aliens, and the fetus starts growing, right? Needs food, where they can use
So hypnotizing.
Again, a food source. That's all we need. After about 14 weeks, all of a sudden that fetus is gone, because they've learned to take. That's when the fetus starts developing its own blood supply. Then they've used a pituitary hormone extract that they have, which accelerates the being that grows. And the original technology was given to our government by the Greys. Now, the reason was that our scientists were all excited because we could have spare parts. If you need a heart or a liver or anything, you won't have any rejection. It's your own DNA, right?
Okay, because theoretically, if we have overpopulation, we don't need more people, right?
But the so-called elite are selecting on who they want to have around anyway, so if we want to keep people going as long as we can. I talked to the doctor that was working on regeneration of Castro, for instance.
Right.
On the DNA sequencing. And they're just learning about this. All I need to do is take 2 cells off of your body, yours.
Uh-huh.
We give them a small electrical charge. I'm just I'll act like a fertilized egg. If I got a fertilized egg, all I need is a receiver in order to make it. So they were hypnotizing women, said they were being invaded by aliens, and the fetus starts growing, right? Needs food.
How many times have we seen this? How many times have we seen this?
In July of 1987, Krista Tilton of Oklahoma claimed she had been abducted and taken to a hillside location where she encountered aliens and a man dressed in a red military suit. Tilton said she was taken into a tunnel through computerized checkpoints displaying security cameras, and after she was issued
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, now you know going about cloning. Cloning techniques. Since 1938, they've been making clone people. There's 8 countries making clones. I have a doctor friend that all it does is treat the clones.
Where do you get your information?
I get it from some of the people that are willing to come forth, and they talk to me because they hope I'll put the information out, because they always got 2 people following them, and they may be killed. If I start talking about cloning too much, the people that get involved into that disappear on it. So I don't go into too many more details, but there is information that's available. And it's more and more that's coming on the line. I just told you, go rent the movie.
Okay, Boys from Brazil.
Yeah, and you'll see the whole technique on what they show it to you in different places, so you can imagine what it's going on.
Okay, so...
Now, let's go to the next step, because this is the most important part.
All right.
If your physical reality that you have, based on this physical life that you have, this dream, is made up of the experiences that is impregnated on your body and in your mind, consciously, right? Your soul memory is another thing. It goes, oh, now you know going about cloning. Cloning
Soul
techniques,
memory.
since
Nobody likes you. Everybody hates you. You're gonna lose. Smile, you fuck.
Throughout the 14th and 15th centuries, the North Polar Arctic was imagined not as an uninhabitable sheet of ice as modern-day scientists and cartographers hold, but as a series of circular islands. The number of islands vary among these maps, although striking similarities can be seen, even on maps that were made thousands of miles away from one another. Did the map makers of the time simply copy and make additions to the popular maps which were false? Or perhaps, as I'm proposing, that this series of Arctic lands is not made up, but exists on our Earth. This region was subsequently deleted from future maps, and ever since, the common narrative is that the North Pole is a lifeless, uninhabitable stretch of ice. All compasses on Earth point to the Holy Grail, attracted by the magnetic Mount Meru at the center of our flat plain, the crater into which, when we enter, we are brought into a mystical, hidden land, one which is not affected by the parasitism which is so common on these outer lands. These maps prove
Wait a minute. This map is from Warlord DC comic books Tartarus. It rubs subliminal truth about another world underneath our realm. Either world does. Okay.
Encounters between humans and extraterrestrials took place over 100,000 years ago on Atlantis, and in its sister civilization in the Pacific, Many Native American peoples believe that their ancestors originated in a joyous subterranean realm. Specifically, the Cherokee Indians speak of a subterranean world much like our own, with mountains, trees, rivers, and people. The Aztecs hold that their ancestors came from a land called Aztlan, and that after escaping... In Norse mythology, the Bifrost, sometimes called the Bilrost, is a burning rainbow bridge that extends from Midgard to Asgard, at the center of the world. Midgard is the realm of the humans, what we would call these outer lands, and Asgard...
The Elden Ring has one giant tree in the middle of its world.
...is the paradisal home of the gods. Asgard is a land more fertile than any other of the 9 worlds of Norse mythology, blessed with a great abundance of gold and jewels. At the center of the Norse world is the ash tree Yggdrasil, which is interestingly depicted as both a cosmic world tree and sometimes a mountain. We can absolutely draw parallels to the plethora of other world axes at the center of the world, such as Mount Meru, Mount Quaff, and other sacred pillars in ancient cosmology. It's clear that the Norsemen knew exactly the configuration of
the world axis the center.
Cosmology, a giant mountain called Mount Sumeru, or Shumasen, was believed to stand at the center of the world. In popular Indian cosmology, Mount Sumeru was a magnificent mountain of gold and gems shaped like a grail cup. It was believed to be at the center of the world, with all energies revolving around it. In Zoroastrian belief, the Mount Hera stood at the center of the earth, complete with an ice wall surrounding, an obvious clear depiction of our flat earth. There are many other cosmologies with central pillars, and this is no coincidence. Mount Sumeru, or Meru, exists and is now found beyond what we know as the Arctic Circle, in the paradise land known as Eden, Agartha, Avalon, and Shambhala. Our sacred homeland has been known as the White
Whoa,
Island,
what was
with
that?
Mount Meru as the magnificent shining mountain in the middle of it, with Brahma's golden city at the peak. According to the Mahabharata, on the north side, shining, there is mighty Meru, great Meru, the chaste, the good abode. Here set and again over the Meru rise 7 divine rishis.
This is symbolic of our body inside.
Shining stands mighty Meru. From these mounts the great rivers fall. At the bottom of Meru, abode of gods, milk ocean is, and before the great mounts Meru, sandy sea is stretched out. In Japanese Buddhist cosmology, a giant mountain called Mount Sumeru, or Shumasen, was believed to stand at the center of the world. In The Smoky God, a true account of Norwegian sailors who entered this paradise, Olaf Jansen describes accidentally sailing into this opening. Of the land beyond, he claimed, the people are exceedingly musical and learn to a remarkable degree in their arts and sciences. Their cities are equipped with vast palaces of music, where not infrequently as many as 25,000 lusty voices of this giant race swell forth in mighty choruses of the most sublime.
Why is it lusty?
Strange conditions within are favorable not only for vast meadows of luxuriant grasses, forests of
luxuriant
and all manner
grasses.
of vegetable life, but wonderful animal life as well. In The Smoky God, a true... Let's paint the full picture. At the center of our flat plain,
where all compasses point to, directly under the North Star Polaris, exists an imperishable sacred land. To get there, go into the depression leading into the Arctic paradise of Eden, Agartha, Shambhala. The aurora borealis emanating from the black sun covers this land in a spiritual dew, an etheric mist that separates our physical world from this land. After entering this holy hole, we will eventually see the black sun above our heads and Mount Meru glowing at the center. Magnetic Mount Meru, the mountain which is responsible for our compasses effortlessly pointing north, extends into the heavens, although to experience it, one must have entered the Garden of Eden and have made that light-body transition. Let's paint the full picture. At the center. In 1885, William Warren, the first Boston University, published his work Paradise Found, the Cradle of the Human Race at the North Pole. In the book, he recites scientific explanations and ancient cosmology that all point to the same conclusion. Paradise is located at the North Pole. Warren points to the Garden of Eden at the North Pole, as well as Atlantis, Mount Meru, Avalon.
Got it.
The Vedic cosmology knew the Earth was flat, with a center axis, envisioned the universe as a sort of round chandelier, with the luminaries revolving above, and most importantly, with a center universal column on which we find Mount Meru. Here it is. In the center of Bhumandala is the circular island of Jambudvipa, which represents Earth, with 9 Varsha subdivisions. In the center stands the cone-shaped Mount Meru, which represents the world axis and is surmounted by the city of Brahma, the universal creator. Could this center landform be the same divided island found in Mercator's map? Could Mount Meru be the Rubus Nigra? And could the city of the god Brahma be a reference to the inner earth city of Shambhala? The center vortex is conjoined to the axis mundi, hitting Mount Meru with its resplendent rays. Vedic cosmology knew the earth.
Axis Mundi.
You'll never be able to convince me that
Sick
millions
transit
of ancient
Gloria Mundi.
volcanoes
Axis
all over
Mundi
this
means
world made
the axis of the
perfectly
world.
hexagonal-shaped columns of lava. Maybe if we could
To ball it, haha, at the lens they went. The soul is alive. Know that they are just creating underground. I believe that. So does that mean Japan is filled with underground tunnels? Where is the 7-foot shadow entity? The tree keeps knocking on my window. Jaw dropping. Caught on camera, shorts live stream. Live stream? Okay. These last 5-10 minutes of the stream, I'm going to crap myself out with some creepy caught on camera videos. No. Muppets find out, do plan, let's make an atomic trampoline. 10 scary videos, or are you a big baby? Nuke's top 5. Let's do Nuke's top 5. I'm just a baby.
Creepy footage was captured live on national TV in Argentina. So in Argentina, there's a program called Phenomenos, which is broadcast live and covers notable weather events in Argentina and around the world. The show's co-host, Matias Bertolotti, is doing a normal weather forecast for the upcoming weekend. When this happens.
Por eso es el día quizás de estos próximos días, porque se viene la humedad y ahora sí, la esperada lluvia en la zona central, que están esperándola muchísimo, asociado con las perturbaciones
Oh, I saw
del mal tiempo,
this
va a realzar todo
somewhere.
esto.
The program switches to a live security camera overlooking the boardwalk of the city of Corrientes. But something pale and translucent can be seen walking across the field and out of frame. The strange figure looks almost like the torso of a person, with arms moving
Quite creepy, yeah?
almost as if whoever or whatever this is running. A shocked viewer is watching the show and shares the footage to his Instagram. It quickly gets a massive amount of attention. By the end of the program, Matthias looks at the footage live on air and says that both he and the TV crew have no idea what this is. But they do note that whatever it is, it doesn't seem to have any legs.
¿Qué es esto? ¿Qué es eso que pasa cuando estábamos en vivo?
Quite scary, man.
Sucedió en vivo, a ver, esto no es, o sea, no estamos
I don't want to think about it too much. I don't want to think about it too much.
cuando estábamos hablando del tiempo y las cámaras de paso de la patria. A ver, ahí viene corriendo. Ay, ¿qué es eso?
¿Qué pasó, hermano? ¿Qué pasó?
Which sits right across the road from a cemetery that is the final resting place of nearly 19,000 bodies. With a location like that, it's no wonder that the hotel has built up quite a bit of a reputation for being haunted. Now, Jenna is working the front desk at 5 in the morning when she and one of her co-workers, Tim, spot something very odd on the lobby security camera.
They said it's not the hotel that's haunted, it's the graveyard.
Oh.
So this service road here where Danny and I used to park, that's the old Stony Plain Road. Do you really think when they dug up all the bodies here, that was a good one, moved them over to the graveyard?
They dug up the bodies and what?
What?
They know.
He's just talking about it so casually.
Oh yeah, I see it again.
Yeah, let's try and sit in the chair. Sometimes he'll stay there for a minute.
He is. How do you know this?
Well, because Danny and I caught him earlier when Danny was in the games room locking up. I freaked the out because I saw it. And then I tried to do a video review to record it, and it wouldn't let me.
A faint, pale figure can be seen moving around the hotel
The
lobby.
reactions of the guy.
One of the chairs.
The reaction of the guy makes me want to think that this is real. It's not fake.
Seen the bizarre figure many times before.
I don't think that's fake because of the genuine reactions.
Cemetery across the road.
It could be a setup though.
Or not. I leave that
I'm not saying obviously everything is real.
Mirror, mirror. Melina Zunder is celebrating Mother's Day in her home in Nova Trinto.
Oh, let me back up.
She records herself as she enjoys a Brazilian dessert treat and shows the thoughtful present that she received from her son. But then, something happens that shocks her to her core.
Gente, eu vou comer com vocês o melhor brigadeiro da vida, que é da doceria da Lulu. E olha que bonitinho que eu ganhei no Dia das Mães, atrasado, mas ela me deu. É espelhinho de bom, deixa eu abrir e mostrar. Olha, que lindo. Deixa eu abrir.
Que lindo.
Amei.
Okay.
E agora vamos provar. Eu sou tipo assim, viciada.
Okay, I saw that. I think I've seen this video before.
Brigadeiro que eu já comi na minha vida.
But yeah, in the mirror we see something. Yeah.
In the reflection in the mirror, a pale face can be seen looking right at Melina.
Bro, I'm telling you that
Someone was
is
standing right in front of her.
that is not an easy thing to fake. Okay, come on. I mean, you can argue with the AI tools these days
Search of
and
answers.
the amount of
The video goes viral.
processing that has become so easy. You can say that maybe yeah, that's fake, but I don't think so.
Whether there's anything in front of her that could have been reflected in the mirror, like a TV. But Melina shows that in front of where she was sitting at the time, there's actually a backyard, not even a wall. She also says that her husband and son were inside at the time. So just who or what is this? And did that mirror
Whatever it is, it's very scary.
guest attached?
It is very scary.
TikTok user Mutalu4256 is driving down a quiet road somewhere in Thailand at around 8 o'clock in the evening.
Thailand. I want to go to Thailand.
Just watch.
Okay.
A woman wearing a white dress appears out of nowhere, forcing the panicked driver to swerve around her. When brightening and slowing down the footage, things get even weirder. The eerie apparition seems to only partially appear, and then it just disappears altogether. So could this driver have captured evidence of the paranormal on his dash cam?
Could be, it could be, it could
You
be.
decide. Apartment tour gone wrong. A realtor from Ladson, South Carolina is giving a tour of a brand new luxury apartment to an interested couple. Then it goes terribly wrong.
It helps sometimes. So this is the oval. Yeah, that would help me actually.
¿Qué pasó?
Yeah. Is that closet?
That's washer dryer hookups.
Yeah. Cool. Oh, sorry.
Did somebody shout?
You like? There's a person in there.
What?
There's a person in here. Hello. I'm so sorry about that. It's okay.
The woman touring the apartment heads alone into the back bedroom and checks out the closet. But surprise, because there's just some weird dude hiding in there.
Oh my god.
Understandably, she kind of freaks out and runs out of the room and warns the others. The realtor is shocked, and after checking out the bedroom herself, she just says, okay, we're gonna go.
You like? There's a person in there. There's a person in here. Hello.
Okay.
Now, it bears repeating that these are brand new luxury apartments in a guarded community, so it seems odd that a squatter could even get in there. But what would you do if you were touring an apartment and a guy just popped out of the closet? We need scary videos, so if you see something scary that you think would be perfect for the top 5,
That was it?
send it to me at nukestop5@gmail.com
Don't tell me that was
while
it,
you were
bro.
sleeping. It's 3 in the morning in Erie, Pennsylvania,
Okay.
and Jorge Cruz
We have
and
more,
his
we have
family
more.
are all fast asleep in bed. Suddenly, their bedroom door slams shut. Now, Jorge is woken up by the sound, but doesn't think much of it and goes back to sleep. But the next day, he begins to wonder what could have caused the door to slam. He checks their baby monitor footage, and what he finds makes his blood run cold.
Okay. I'm not gonna watch. I'm backing off. I'm gonna take my eyes off somewhere else. You guys let me know if you see something weird. Yeah, I'm gonna forward this. I don't like
You
looking
guys,
at this.
it rocks, but then it stops on its own when I come outside. Let's see if I could get
This
it
is
on
an old video. He's recycled. Did he recycle some of his old video?
That's
I remember watching that video.
I know, Blue, someone's there, huh? I know it, I know. I don't know why it does that. It does it every time, you guys. This is the 3rd time. I can't believe I caught it on camera. Sick on Blue. Creepy, right? Katie, I guess I do have a ghost, bitch. Get him, Blue. I'm shutting the door.
Little Shih Tzu puppy Blue anxiously barks and growls at the chair as it continues to rock back and forth all on its own. Now, unfortunately, the original source of this video was lost through the internet, almost like it was erased entirely. But many curious viewers of the video believe Blue can see or sense something that we can't. The viewers wonder whether the chair belonged to someone who might have passed away. But without a source, whatever happened next remains a mystery. Peeker. TikTok user Celeste Castro from the city of
back up,
Culiacan,
bro.
Mexico is home alone at 1 a.m. when she hears strange sounds coming from her living room.
No mames, no sé qué hacer ya, no sé qué hacer. No mames, güey, no mames, está abierta la puta puerta. Ay, no. Voy a cerrar la puerta. No hay nadie, o sea, no hay nadie. No hay nadie. Voy a cerrar la puerta y le voy a poner seguro porque la neta... no hay nadie, literal, no hay nadie en plebes. O sea, no sé qué voy a hacer. Aquí voy a dejar el celular grabando aquí. A ver si capta algo. Porque la neta ya me harté de que estén pasando cosas y no sepa qué es. La voy a dejar grabando.
¿Qué pasó, hermano?
Y me voy a ir al cuarto. Me da mucho miedo, please, me da mucho miedo ver lo que hay. No mames.
If there's more of less of paranormal activity and more of this.
Yo quiero saber lo que realmente pasó. No mames, no mames, no mames. No mames, no mames. No mames, güey, no mames.
What? I can't see it. What is
¿Qué
it?
vergas es eso?
What is it? I can't see it.
Me está dando miedo. Te lo juro que estoy temblando. ¡No! ¡No mames!
I missed it, bro. What?
No mames, no mames.
Celeste gets the scare of a lifetime when she sees something peek out behind her kitchen refrigerator. That's about enough, and she just gets out of there. She spent the rest of the night at her cousin's house. To this day, Celeste claims that she has no idea what she captured on her phone that night. She says that nothing weird or out of the ordinary has happened at her house since then. But is it real, or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. A house with horrible history. Reddit user Octopus Funeral has been experiencing terrifying paranormal activity in his home in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So the backstory on his house is that nearly 100 years ago, in 1925, a man suffered an extreme nervous breakdown and brutally ended the lives of his two young daughters
Oh my god.
ending his own
I
life.
hate these kind of videos,
Now,
man.
almost a century later, Reddit user Octopus Funeral says
Not
he
worth
used to be a
investing your time.
but that all
If
changed
it's just going to be some sad.
this house. He says that strange unexplained events begin to haunt his family. He says the paranormal encounters became more extreme and aggressive with every passing day in the house. One day, he's in the basement doing laundry, and he feels that something is just kind of off. He takes out his phone and starts to record. What happens next is downright creepy.
Like I was saying earlier, most of the stuff does happen down here. And I mean, you can't really. That's freaky stuff right there, man. Yep, that's what you call it. I hate that. Freaks me out, man. It's giving me goosebumps. Boy, here we go with the door now. Yeah, I don't like that.
How much more of these videos do we have?
So that door always swings wide open and it stays open. It doesn't ever close. Stay like that. Oh, there you go. Let go of it. Oh crap, that's freaky.
Reddit user Octopus Funeral says that the paranormal activity in the house freaked him out so much that he and his family eventually just moved out back in 2017. He says that since then he didn't even want to think about that house. But only recently he decided to transfer this video from his old phone to share with the paranormal community on Reddit. So is this old house in Philadelphia haunted by the tragic spirits who lost their lives there?
Or is it just another
You
hoax?
decide. Tick-tock. TikTok user Hevelista says he made the terrible mistake of fooling around with a Ouija board at his home in Germany. And, of course, it did not go well.
Leute, ich schwöre euch bei Gott, diese Tür von dieser Uhr, ne? Die ist eben einfach aufgegangen. Ich wollte mich gerade schlafen legen, auf einmal ist die aufgegangen. Die ganzen Tage ist die nicht aufgegangen und jetzt gerade hat die sich einfach geöffnet, Digga. Bro, ich kann
What opened? What opened?
Wenn hier irgendwas in diesem Raum ist, dann macht diese Tür auf. Wenn hier irgendein Geist oder so drin ist und du mich hören kannst, dann mach diese Tür auf.
Wow. Okay, okay.
Bro, ich schwöre bei Gott, ich schwöre auf meine Mutter, hier ist keine Schnur oder so. Nicht, dass ihr denkt, ich verarsche euch, Bruder. Guck mal. Guck mal. Hier ist keine Schnur, nix. Ich schwöre auf meine Mutter. Gar nix.
A pendulum doesn't swing like that. That's like a reverse pendulum.
Ich hab Gänsehaut. Gänsehaut, Bruder. Gänsehaut am ganzen Körper. Gänsehaut. Gänsehaut am ganzen Körper. Ich schwöre meine Mutter, guck. Guck. Oh mein Gott. Oh mein Gott. Oh mein Gott. Diese Ouija-Board ist genau hier. Diese Ouija-Board ist genau hier dran. Mein Herz ist am Rasen, Bruder. Mein Herz ist am Rasen.
Wait, what
Mein
happened?
Herz ist am Rasen.
He wasn't messing around.
The door of an antique clock hanging on the wall opens up by itself, after which the pendulum
He wouldn't have burnt it off
of the clock's frame. TikTok user Hevelista says
just for some
about
TikTok.
enough. And the very next day, he burns both the clock and the Ouija board. But this begs the question, what would you do? Would you just burn it all? Let me know. Really quick, I just wanted to mention that there was also a video posted last week, and I know I'm posting now a lot sooner than usual, so make sure you didn't miss last week's video. I really do appreciate you.
Well, that scared me out a lot. What is this? That no one can explain, says Spooks. 12 days ago.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks and today we'll take a look at 11 scary videos. But before we begin, make
I
sure
need
to
to eat
subscribe to
more.
my channel for more
Getting
scary
hungry. I
content.
need to eat something. I
Alright,
need to eat
with
something.
that said, let's begin. It's no secret that millions of people all around the world are absolutely terrified of dolls. Dolls often evoke a sense of creepiness due to their uncanny resemblance to humans, yet their lifelessness sets them apart in a disconcerting manner. This phenomenon, known as the uncanny valley, creates an eerie feeling as dolls mimic human features and expressions, without the essence of life. There are plenty of videos on the internet that show dolls allegedly moving on their own, but the video that we're about to look at is unlike anything you'll likely have seen before. Posted to TikTok by a user known as Cupid Dollies, we watch as the uploader lays in bed and starts recording, zooming in on one of the dolls in their bedrooms, after they were woken by something rather terrifying at 2 in the morning. Take a look and have a listen.
Oh, bro, I can't watch.
As you just heard, for some creepy reason, the doll seen in the room randomly starts singing in a bone-chilling voice.
No way.
On Reddit, a user known as Notel4117 posted a video to the Ghost subreddit, in which he explains that he thinks he's seeing something creepy in his house and wants to record it on camera for proof. In the video, the uploader proceeds to walk into his aunt's son's room, which, as you can tell, is completely empty. There's nobody there. So far, so good. Then the uploader walks into the living room of the house and turns on the monitor for the nanny cam that's positioned inside the young boy's room. It's right here where things get terrifying.
I don't know if I'm seeing shit or tripping, but check this out. So this is my aunt's son's room, right? There's no one in here. Nothing. Closet. Nothing. The nanny camera in here. Tell me that doesn't look like someone standing in the room.
Shit.
Like,
Please. Why do I do this to myself?
like I've checked, like went back and forth 3 times, and nothing, right? Like what? I do not want to go back in there.
For some strange reason,
I think it's
it
time to
appears as though
end this
there's a
stream.
person standing inside the young boy's room,
I'm
despite the
going
fact
to
that
have
just
to
20
eat
or 30
something.
seconds ago, the uploader shows us that the room is completely empty. The video ends a bit later with the uploader saying that he's completely positive that there's something or someone in the room that doesn't belong in there, but says that he's much too scared to go back in the room, and honestly, who can blame him? Especially since he's home alone. Although we'd all probably love to get answers from this video, the fact that it was posted over 2 years ago and no updates have been provided probably means that we'll never figure out the mystery here. Let me know if you guys have any thoughts or theories. A TikTok user known as Charlie829 posted a video to his account back in May of this year, in which he proceeds to take his video camera and record the outside front area of his house, in the middle of the night. As you can tell, everything's completely quiet outside, and the streets look completely deserted. The uploader was probably just trying to go to bed in peace and quiet, but obviously, something disturbed him enough to want to record outside. What exactly disturbed him though? Well, we're going to find out in just a couple of seconds. Watch this.
Sounds like horses galloping.
Out of nowhere, mysterious horse galloping noises can be heard approaching ever so slightly, sounding as if they're getting closer and closer to the uploader's house as each second ticks by. There's one point in the video where it sounds as if the galloping noises are directly in front of the uploader's house. But as you can see, nothing is ever visibly shown in front of the house, leaving both us the viewer and Charlie very baffled.
This kind of sounds familiar. Did it happen to me
That there must have
one
been
day?
some sort of ghostly horse galloping down the streets late at night. There's unfortunately not much else known about the video, other than the fact that it was filmed in Mexico late at night. Could this be the Headless Horseman? Is this the result of something else?
It could be a horseman.
Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. This next video is definitely sure to keep you up at night, and it'll make you afraid of cemeteries if you aren't already. It was posted to TikTok on May 20th, 2020 by a man named Mark DeFalco. In the video, Mark points out that there's been some sort of crazy accident that transpired in this cemetery. It turns out that a driver ended up plowing through the cemetery and ended up damaging their car in the process, much to the surprise of nobody. Mark proceeds to walk his way through the cemetery, curious about what happened. As he makes his way further in, he proceeds to hear something very unexpected. Take a look and have a listen.
Lucky they didn't hit none of these tombstones. Real lucky. Hello?
Just a second.
You alright?
Yeah, I think this is better, isn't it?
You okay? What the hell?
What?
What the f is going on here? There ain't nobody there. Miss? Hello?
As you just heard, it sounds like there's some sort of weeping woman in the cemetery with him, whose howls are loud and painful sounding. It truly sounds like whoever the voice belongs to is deep in grief and pain. However, when Mark turns the corner and walks around the vehicle, there's absolutely nobody there, which shocks him. He probably expected the weeping woman to be sitting on the ground next to the
That
car.
audio accurately, to be able to fake that, it's not
She's nowhere
easy.
to be found, and the video ends shortly thereafter with Mark still not being able to find out where she is. So what do you guys think was going on here? Who was the weeping woman, and why couldn't she be seen anywhere in the cemetery? Be sure to let me know any possible explanations you may have. A man named Ajay Nomoto posted the following video to his TikTok account and says that the following piece of security camera footage he's about to show us was filmed on October 14th, 2019, in the middle of the night. For the first little while of the video,
Okay, I'm going to take a break here. I can't handle it. I need to eat something. I need to eat something.